Have you ever noticed that life feels strangely exhausting? Not because something is wrong, not because you're failing, but because it never stops. The moment I wake up, something wants my attention. Messages, emails, notifications, news, more things to do, more things to remember, more things to worry about. And the strange part, most of us don't even question it anymore. We call it normal. Checking our phones before we even get out of bed. Feeling guilty when we're not productive, always thinking about what's next. And lately, I've started wondering something. What if we're not exhausted because life is hard? What if we're exhausted because modern life was never designed to let us rest? Because everywhere I look, people seem exhausted. Not just physically, mentally too, emotionally too. We have more technology than ever before, yet somehow, life feels heavier. We save time everywhere, and somehow, we never seem to have enough of it. We're constantly connected. Yet many people feel more disconnected than ever. And honestly, I don't think that's a coincidence. Somewhere along the way, something changed. Life stopped feeling like something we experience and started feeling like something we manage. We manage calendars. We manage deadlines. We manage productivity. We manage notifications. We manage stress. Until eventually, we start managing every minute of our lives. And that's when I began noticing something. Not at home, but in Spain. Because Spain didn't just show me a different country, it showed me a different relationship with life. The first thing I notice isn't the weather. It's not the beaches, it's not the food, it's not even the beautiful places. It's the pace. People move differently here. People talk differently here. People spend time differently here. Nobody seems obsessed with being busy all the time. And at first, I can't quite explain why it feels so different. Until one afternoon. I'm sitting outside, drinking a coffee, watching people walk past. Nobody is rushing. Nobody looks stressed. Nobody seems desperate to get somewhere else. And suddenly, something clicks. They're not trying to escape their lives. They're actually living them. That thought stays with me because I realize how often modern life feels like waiting. Waiting for the weekend. Waiting for vacation. Waiting for retirement. Waiting for life to finally begin. And that's a strange thing to realize. Because what if this is life? What if today is the life we've been waiting for? What if we're so focused on the future that we completely miss the present? The more I think about it, the harder that question becomes to ignore. The more time passes, the more I believe modern life has convinced us of something dangerous. That more is always better. More money, more success, more productivity, more achievement, more everything. But almost nobody asks the opposite question. What if less is better? Less stress, less pressure, less rushing, less noise. Because some of the happiest moments I experience aren't extraordinary at all. A coffee in the morning sun. A conversation that lasts longer than expected. Walking without a destination. Watching the sea. Feeling warm air at night. Simple moments, ordinary moments, human moments. And maybe that's the truth nobody talks about. Maybe we're not exhausted because life is difficult. Maybe we're exhausted because we've built a world that never allows us to stop. A world that constantly asks for more. More attention. More energy. More effort. And somewhere along the way, we forget what enough feels like. The more I reflect on all of this, the more I believe people aren't searching for luxury. They're searching for peace. They're searching for presence. They're searching for time. They're searching for a life that feels a little more human. And honestly, I think that's what I'm searching for too. Maybe that's the truth about modern life nobody talks about. Not that we need more, but that we may finally need less. Less noise, less pressure, less rushing. More life. More presence. More moments that actually matter. And maybe that's where a better life begins.